My name is Marco Passanante, and I'm going to talk about a topic that is very dear to my heart, and that is prospecting. I started in this profession first time 21 years ago, and I was lucky to have an early mentor who taught me a couple of small steps how I could be a good prospector. And when we look at prospecting, what is prospecting? Prospecting is finding and connecting with potential customers or partners. When it comes to prospecting, I want you to start thinking about this as a skill that you want to be good at. Because if you're brand new, I recommend you start with your list. Yes, start with your list and the people you know. But when you become a good person at focus on building good relationships and focus on helping people, right? Because that's my mindset when I'm prospecting people. It's more like trying to find a need. Do I have something that this person want? So prospecting, go out and have fun with that. Because prospecting is all about just making friends. Open conversations, thinking about, okay, how can I help this person? And there is different kind of prospects. Hot prospects is people that you're very close to. People you know, very close friends, family. That's hot prospects. You have warm prospects, people you know them, you're not super close, but you know them. Maybe it could be a former colleague, former friend that you used to hang out with in the past. So that's the warm. And then you have cold prospects. And this is people you don't know. This is people you see online. It's people you meet just living your life. And I would recommend to start with a list, yes, but start exercising the skill of talking to people you don't know. If you've never done this, you could just start with something simple as building the skill by walking up to a stranger in the street and just ask him, excuse me, what time is it? To start taking baby steps toward being comfortable in talking to strangers, right? Because since we're small kids, we were told not to talk to strangers. There's different ways how to approach people, of course. We have online versus offline. We have a direct approach, indirect approach. So I want to give you a couple of examples of things that I've done that have worked. For example, let's start with online. Finding prospects online today, it's very simple, right? For example, you can go to Facebook, find an interest you have, and write in that interest if it's a leadership coach you like or a football team you like. Finding common ground with people online is easy from that perspective that you can just find a group, go into that group, and you can connect with people that have a common interest as you. Or maybe you search omega-3 and you find people are enthusiastic about omega-3. So that's online, how you can find people. Instagram also. For example, I was in US this weekend, and if I wanted to prospect somebody in Phoenix, I just go to Instagram, and in the search field, I write Yoga Phoenix. And then comes a lot of people up that I know they have an interest in health. Or you can write Networking Phoenix. Whatever kind of interest you have, soccer Phoenix, to find people you can connect naturally. So with online today, it's so much easier than it used to be. So that's online, right? Connecting with prospects. Offline can be, for example, actually 2 days ago at the gym, I started talking to a guy who was doing exercise next to me and started talking, just asking questions, right? That's how we connect with people. I just asked him about his exercise. And then we struck a conversation naturally. And then a natural conversation for me, a question to ask is, are you from the area? Where are you from? And it turned out this guy was a professional golf player. And he had a great energy around him. So I'm like, this is a guy I want to get to know. So I thought I want to connect with him. So I was just asking questions. What kind of sports do you do outside of golf? And he said, yeah, I like to play tennis. Ah, you do? I like to play tennis as well, which I do, right? So we found common ground there, and we actually decided to play a tennis match. And yesterday, actually, he texted me and said he had a court booked for Sunday if I wanted to join him. So that's a natural, indirect way to connect, right? Open conversations, and then it leads to whatever. I open conversation only with the purpose of getting to know people, and then in that process, I will naturally find out if I can help them in any way, if they have a need that I can serve, no matter if it's health, which we know we can, or it's the business side of things. So just ask questions, have fun with it, and talk to people naturally. So that's online versus offline, couple of advice. So that's what I just gave you was the indirect approach, right? Where open conversation just to see where it leads. If I want to be more direct, I can be more direct with going straight to the invitation. I've tried both works, but direct would be, for example, there was a woman in Florida when I lived in Florida, and she was the manager at Chick-fil-A, healthy chicken salad. So I passed there with one of my former leaders and struck a conversation with her, and she had good energy, seemed sharp, and I just started asking questions. How long have you worked here? You enjoying it? Yeah, I like it. I really like it. What is it that you like with it? And she shared, working with people and the growth. And because she talked about leadership, working with people, and the growth it gave her, I just went to the point. I just said, hey, Lisa, you gave me a great impression. I'm expanding a business in the area, building an e-commerce business with a unique health technology. We're looking for right people. And if you're open for new opportunities, I would be willing to sit down with you just to have a coffee and see if we could do something. I can't promise anything because I don't know you, but you gave me a great impression. So if you're open for new opportunities, I think we should meet for a coffee. That's a way of prospect as well, right? Direct. And then one advice is I will not tell her to come to a business presentation at a hotel, go with strangers to just a random place. I would guide her to where she's safe. And that was a Starbucks across the street. So I said, let's meet after a job one of the days at the Starbucks. And we did that. We met. She was interested. We met again for follow-up. I brought her to a business presentation. She got started and also got good results. So that's another way how I can go direct to the point. Same with social media, right? Indirect. I text them, comment on the story. If they have a dog, I have a similar dog, whatever. Or direct approach is more the similar invitations as I told Crystal is text them to the point that, hey, Lisa, I saw your profile and I'm in the Phoenix area. I'm expanding a business, building an e-commerce business with a unique health technology. Based on your profile, I see you're into business and yoga, and we're looking for people a mix of business and health. So based on your profile, look like you could be a good fit. I can't promise anything, but I would be willing to meet you on a Zoom to see if we have some common ground. That's a direct approach, right? Both works. One take a little more time than the other, and so I would say, try both ways. Have fun with this. Just learn to open conversation because then you can build a never-ending list. So always adding new people to the list. And remember, many people you meet today, it's all about timing. So you meet them today, they're not interested today. I stay in contact. For example, one of my ambassadors in Zinzino took me 3 years of follow-up before he got started. My lovely Philippa, my fiance, took me from first date, we dated a couple of months, she cut me off. 2013, I followed up. She became a girlfriend 2017. So that was 4 years of follow-up. It's all about timing. So if I find somebody I really like, and I think like I want to build a friendship with them, and I can imagine working with them, I just stay in contact every couple of months, just ask random things about their life, how it's going. Not to prospect them every time. I just follow up, and when the time is right, they might become a customer, they might become a partner, or they might become just a friend, which is amazing either way, right? Because I'm there to filling their need. So always adding people to list. and prospecting is a skill that can help you create a never-ending business. So it's uncomfortable in the beginning. It is. That's why I start with the baby steps. Just ask a stranger what time it is. Ask for direction. And like every skill, how do you become good at a skill? You do it badly many times, and automatically you get better. And when you're better and you do it many times, you get better than better. And when you do it many, many times, when you're better than better, you become better than better than better. And when you do it better than better than better many times, you can become really, really good. And this is a skill that can pay you millions of dollars. So it's worth doing it over and over again. So have fun with it. Go out and connect with people, open conversations, and do it with a servant's heart, because people can feel when you genuinely care about what's in it for them. Because at the end of the day, that's what people are thinking. What's in it for me? Serve that need, and you become really, really good at this, and will pay you very, very well, and you can build a never-ending list.